a very underrated diecast, and one I am hyped to review. Here is Corey Lajoie's 2020 Keen Parts Face Mask Ford Mustang. Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to another awesome diecast to review today, and here is Corey Lajoie's 2020 Keen Parts Face Mask Ford Mustang. Now, this is a parody to the Old Spice car he ran at the Daytona 500 in 2019, and it was basically this paint scheme, the hair all over the car, but the face of it was Corey Lajoie, and it had the Old Spice sponsorship. Well, kind of a fun little tribute slash parody of that, and they brought it back for 2020. It was very popular, and it was actually quite a cool paint scheme if you ask me. But so this is going to be a very interesting diecast to review. It's another Corey Lajoie diecast, and truth be told, this would make a great addition to a lot of the diecast series out there. And little fun nugget here is there's actually a fireworks sponsor over here in the corner, which is pretty cool. So without further ado, let's go and get this 2020 Go Fast Racing Corey Lajoie Mustang right out of the box. Alrighty folks, brand new out of the box, and it is so freaking cool to get some of these smaller team diecasts. You know, this year has been really cool for the smaller teams, right? You know, Jordan Anderson Racing, of course. We have the JD Motorsports diecasts that have been produced, the Jeffrey Earnhardt, and of course, the Mike Wallace. You know, some very unusual paint schemes. But this one's really cool because we never got that Old Spice diecast, as popular as it was and how fan popular it was. I mean, it was just, people loved that car, and of course they canceled it, which was stupid, but at least we get something like that for 2020, and this is a really cool diecast. So here's Corey Lajoie's face, right? You got the hair that kind of shoots across the whole freaking race car, so there's a boatload of detail here. And let's go over to the nose of the car here, and there's literally a freaking nose on the car. It's got Keen Parts right there. I still think it's hilarious how the sides say Corvette Parts. Yeah, it's literally a freaking Ford Mustang. So you got Cup Series right there with the Ford logos. You got Mr. Corey Lajoie, Keen Parts right there. You got the Ford Mustang logo right there. Got number 32. Got Go Fast Racing. Got some air bubbles there. Gotta love the air bubbles. Black splitter. I tell you what though, if you want a cool diecast to put in your collection or for your diecast series, look no further, because good luck getting the Schluter Systems car at a decent price. Now, they are making the Plan B Sales 32 cars, so if this is for a moderate price, get it, right? But if you want to wait, you can get the Plan B Sales sponsor car. I think they sponsored them twice. So I think they have a 67 Mustang style paint scheme, and then they have a more of a modern, up-to-date paint scheme. So both of those cars, I'm like 90% sure those things are going to get made in the 1/64 scale. So if you want to, you might want to wait, because they're going to make plenty of those, since Plan B Sales, of course, sponsor it. They always get their stuff produced, which is great for the consumers. Of course, you got Lincoln Welders 3M and Sunoco there. Now, we're going to have to zoom in big time for this, but this is something I love so much about this paint scheme, and I'll kind of touch on it here. Look how big the sponsors are in the contingency area. I love that. This is the way I see it. There is less and less contingencies in the sport by the minute, right? Why don't they just take the contingency sponsors and make them bigger to cover this whole side here? Think about it. If this diecast was produced, let's tell you what, let's look at this. You see how many contingencies are there? There's a crap load. Well, since we can't get that many contingencies anymore, why don't they just make the logos bigger? You know, instead of moving the stupid number back to the freaking rear corner panel. I think that's the stupidest thing you can freaking do to a stock car. I got Corey Lajoie right there. Got the American flag. Very nice, very nice. I got Southern Pride, whatever that is, some lumber company or who knows. I'm not sure what that logo is. You got Ford, whatever that is, Schluter Systems. I think it's Corvette Parts there. And it looks like piano tiles. I have no clue what that is. You got Corvette Parts.net, and this is pretty funny. You got Black Cat, the firework company. Oh, Lord. So, heaven forbid we get a Monster Energy decal on a diecast. But, oh, we can do a freaking fireworks sponsor, no problem. Gotta love that. You got ZEP, whatever that is, a bunch of smaller contingencies I've never seen in my God-given life. You got NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Race Car 32, like that gradient transition effect, very nice. Schluter Systems, whatever this is, I don't know, Vision something RV.com, and you got US Chrome. This diecast could use some chrome wheels, and I tell you what, if this car ran with chrome wheels, you bet your bottom dollar we're putting chrome wheels on it. Just saying, I'll customize it. So go into the caboose of this diecast, and I still wonder what the true backstory is to those green little frogs on the back end of this freaking car, because it's on every Core of the Joy diecast pretty much. Maybe it's just a Go Fast Racing thing, maybe not so much a Core of the Joy thing. I don't freaking know. But anyways, you got CorvetteParts.net. Of course, this cat did leave Go Fast Racing in 2020 after the season, of course. He'll be driving the number 7, I believe, for Spire Motorsports, which it sounds like to me, maybe I'm wrong, but it sounds like Spire Motorsports is actually going to be like amping up next year. Either they're just going to just start and park, or they're actually going to be trying to get better and you know, have better finishes. Who knows? Got the 32 right there. You got Ford, the Michigan license plate. Very nice, very nice. Look at the freaking pattern, of course. I mean, all these freaking hair fibers. Beautiful. Not like a hairy diecast. Of course, you got the black spoiler there. Going over to the right side of this diecast, and of course, if you haven't already, make sure to give the video a big thumbs up, guys. I greatly appreciate it if you haven't already. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Helps out the channel tremendously. It tells me y'all, you know, you enjoyed the video. You know, of course, I do all this stuff for y'all. And it's a, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. See over here on the right side, looks pretty good, honestly. Looks pretty good. Don't see anything significantly wrong with it. Good shade of clear coat here. I love that gradient. That is a very, very nice gradient. Go over to the roof of the diecast. You see that gradient once again. And it's like an orange, kind of to like a dark orange, kind of like a sunrise. But with that sharp white outlining to it. That's absolutely beautiful. Like, I love that. I love that. Trademark it for crying out loud. Of course, you got CorvetteParts.net right there on the roof flaps, and you got Lajoie on the back window. And I'm not sure what this is back here. I can't barely read it. Not really sure what that is on the back deck lid, though. I'm not really sure about that. But anyways, this is a beautiful diecast, absolutely. If you want to get a Core of the Joy diecast, and maybe you're like, I don't know which one to get. The Schluter Systems car is pretty well sold out. That thing, I think, is going to increase in value, unfortunately, for those who didn't get it. But you never know. Could see an authentic release and just water it down. You have the Scooby-Doo car from last year that's just shooting up in value. But I tell you what, though. This is a great primary paint scheme to have for your series. If you haven't picked it up already, highly recommend doing so. And if you really wanted to, you could probably customize this diecast if you truly wanted to. Like, let's say you just wanted to keep the sides of it. You could probably paint the hood and the whole nose of the car, re-decal it, and put whatever sponsor you want, like Ryan Blaney. So if you didn't want to have the goofy face or anything like that, and you just want the, you know, the paint scheme or whatever it may be, there are some options with this diecast because the hair gets darker here, so you could paint the whole front of the car black, and you could do whatever you want with it. So there are some customizing options here. Of course, chrome wheels would look freaking great on this Ford Mustang. Thank y'all so much for watching this diecast review. Wow, what a awesome diecast. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Tell me what y'all think about this car down below. I would love to hear your comments. And wow, what a awesome freaking diecast. They're going to be making more Core of the Joy cars. I think there's like 3 planned at least. Yeah, there'll be 3 more, I think, coming for the 32 camp. So that would be 5. Get this, 5 paint schemes for the 32 car in 2020. And that's not including a Darlington throwback or some random authentic DMP. 5 diecasts for Core of the Joy that's going to get produced in the Gold Series. And not a single diecast for Cole Custer. Yep. Anyways, folks, have a great one. God bless. Diecast Buffet signing off.